Welcome to Uncluttered and Unfiltered, the podcast urging you to let it go and don't look back. With nationally acclaimed professional organizer Christine Stone and self-proclaimed hot damn mess radio and TV personality Kendall.
Welcome everyone to Uncluttered and Unfiltered. We're the podcast for women over 50. I almost said over 60 since we're now over 60. But even you newcomers, even you new to 50-year-old newcomers, we love that you're here.
Yes, I agree.
So,
and all ages are welcome.
All ages are welcome, absolutely. So my name is Kendall. Christine Stone is a professional organizer. And today, Chris was on the show. My show is a local lifestyle and entertainment show here where we live in Jacksonville, Florida. And she was on the show to talk back to school.
Yes.
So you're hearing this whenever you're hearing it, but we recorded this
for back
in
to school.
Early August.
Yes.
So you were here, you had your makeup on, you were beautiful as always.
Thanks.
And I thought, let's just sit down and record a couple of episodes of Uncluttered and Unfiltered, which, by the way, is now on video. And if you are on Spotify, you can actually watch this instead of just listening.
Which some episodes are definitely worth watching.
Yes,
So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes it's just really about the expression on your face or my face, especially when we share with you the morning we've had, which I cannot wait for, but that's coming up. Our topic today, after we talk about what's on each other's radar, is going to be adult kids, and are they more difficult or less difficult than having toddlers? So I already know which way I vote.
I already know which way I vote.
And part of it could be, and you're going to have a better perspective than me because you have a toddler in your life.
Yes.
So you can compare. For me, memory's distant of when I had a toddler in my life. So we'll get to that. But first of all, I think we have to talk about what's on our radar, and it's the Peter bag.
Oh, my God.
So
funniest story will go down in history with you is the Peter bag. And I didn't even know about the Peter bag until this morning.
So what happened was over the weekend, I met a lady who had this giant purse. And it was so cute, nice leather, reversible. So the inside was a suede, the outside was more of a leather finish, a little bit of a different shade of color. Beautiful. She actually had two. She had brought one with her to show somebody else. And she explained that there is a guy named Peter in New York City, and his company is Branded Leather. He has these bags that he sells on Friday mornings until they sell out in New York City. There are lines around the block because some influencer got a hold of one, and then you know how that goes.
Right.
So he's selling these bags, and now they're dropping online on Wednesdays at 10. So I let you know about it, and we decided, you're here. Now, I want you to know that our lifestyle show that is from 9:30 to 10 ends at 9:58.
Right.
So at 9:58, I would be free to be a part of this.
Right.
Drops online are really meant for people with bigger screens, better vision, quicker fingers.
And who don't sign up for things right before the drop.
Yeah. So
I said, don't sign up for anything.
There was an option to sign up. So we go on the website. There was this option to sign up, and I signed up. I didn't know what for, but it signed me up for something. Turns out it was a payment method that required a credit card. So we jump on. First, nothing's showing up.
Right.
Then a white bag shows up.
And I said, I don't want a white bag.
No, we didn't.
You're like, we may have to get it anyway.
Yeah, I needed something to show for my time and trouble. Then the brown bag shows up, then the green version. So you said, I like the brown bag. You grab it.
Right.
You did Apple Pay, and
right
you
away.
were done.
I was done. I got a little nervous when I didn't see Apple Pay, but then I scrolled to the top, and there it was. And I was done. It was over.
Not me. It took me to this Square thing where I could not, for the life of me, get to Apple Pay. It needed a credit card. So I come running down the hall at the TV station to my office. Christine is behind me with the camera taking video. I pull out my wallet. First, I have to dig through my bag.
Right. She couldn't find her credit card. You couldn't
Could
find
not
your
find
credit
it. I had them all spread across the table.
Which
Where's my
that
credit
was
card?
gold right there.
Then, because I'm so used to using Apple Pay, I figured my address would populate. Of course, it doesn't if I'm putting in my credit card. So I'm putting in my credit card number. Then I have to go back and populate, and I'm panicking. And nothing is happening. Every time I hit confirm it's giving me another red field
Yes.
needed.
Yes.
Well, by the time I got all the fields filled out, I scrolled to the top and it said, "We're sorry, this bag is sold out." I did not get a bag.
And
All
I
of
got a
this
bag that I
happened-
didn't even want.
All of this happened within 3 minutes.
Well, I told you I was giving you the bag because I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the bag, it's pretty and all, but I was not in this to begin with, and just watching you go through all that, you deserve a bag if anyone deserves a bag.
All right, I will Venmo you for the
Oh, my
bag.
God, that's so
And I'll
funny.
even give you a finder's fee. How much do you want? I'll tip you.
No, I want to see you walk around with this bag for the next 6 months.
Which actually brings us to something I wanted to bring up, because we did get a lovely email from a lady named Betsy Daniels from New Hudson, Michigan. And Betsy had so many complimentary things to say, and she was so engaged with all of the different topics. But the one she really wanted to let us know was that she is a purse digger, she calls it. She's a purse digger. And if you're a purse digger, and I'm a purse digger,
and I'm not saying.
this giant Peter bag is going to make it even worse.
But then you get individual zipper bags to
Okay.
put in a bag like that. I could
Okay.
never just throw things in a bag like that. It would give me anxiety. You have
Okay.
to have individual, like a tech zippered bag, a makeup zippered bag. You have to have things like a small wallet for your credit cards. You know what I mean? You
Okay.
have to have a system in a bag that is just open without any pockets. That's why I was saying the bag's beautiful, but I'll have to look at it, and we'll have to analyze it in the next episode.
For Betsy and for everybody else, when the bag arrives, can we style it together?
Yes.
Can we fill it together?
Oh, that's a great idea because I love doing that.
Yeah, so
And
let's
you
do
hate
that.
doing that.
I hate it. One time, if you're new to our show, Christine went through my bag and said, "This is a junk drawer in a purse."
Right. Yes, it's true.
This is a mobile junk drawer.
Yes.
So there are definitely things that people carry all the time in their bags that they shouldn't.
Right.
And I think I had a million pens.
I
and,
can't. It was.
it was just crazy.
Yeah. But we are going to take this bag.
Yeah.
And we are going to style it inside the bag so I can show you. And of course, I have to get all the right things. So thank goodness the bag's coming to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Not intentionally, but yeah. So what else is on your radar?
Well, you're going to laugh. I think I told you this the other day on the phone. I have had an iPad forever. I would say like 8 years,
Yeah.
9 years, like a really long time. And I have just got into the side algorithm of TikTok or whatever on how to use your iPad properly.
So you're all about your iPad.
Oh, I'm all about the iPad.
You were taking
right
notes
now.
on it the other day. I was shocked.
I would take notes. I got the iPad pencil. I switched so many settings in my iPad, and it really does like work better, like things flow better. So that is what's been on my radar lately. I mean, even the iPad cover, everything. I even brought it with me to a client's house the other day and used my iPad pencil. So that's what I'm into right now. But this is what happens. I'm into learning like all these little new things about the iPad. Even my MacBook, I've started to even they can read each other. And
Yeah.
see, yeah, I just learned that too. So
I bet your phone could get in on that conversation as well.
I know. That may be too much. My phone I don't like as well because I can't see anything.
That was me trying to get the Peter
yeah,
bag.
so I don't like to use the phone as much as other things. I'll do it if I have to, like for social media, for work, but I'm not big into the phone. So that's
Okay.
what's on my radar right this second.
That's good stuff. Speaking of learning, you know what? I think I'm going to put this little gem away for our next episode because I'm taking a class, and I want to share what class I'm taking with you, but I'm going to put that away for another episode because of timeliness. I want to
Okay.
talk about a couple of things on my radar that are timely.
Okay.
And one is that tonight, upon recording this, the new Ted Lasso starts. The new season of Ted Lasso.
Watched that.
It's so good.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
never.
funny and so
Everyone
good.
loves it. I have to get into it.
You would love it. It's so great. And Hannah Waddingham, who is back for this season, I just love her. But I have to say that there's a show that she has that I did not care for, and it's called Ride or Die. And I let you know that this was on. It was the
Right.
one where she
Right.
is, I think, is she with Octavia Spencer?
Yes.
And they're, she's an assassin. It's a whole thing. And I really had high hopes, and it's just not good. I'm sorry. It's just not good. I couldn't finish it.
I love that you stopped me from even watching
Yeah, I
it,
said I
which
have
I
to-
appreciate more
I have
than
to
you will ever
retract
know.
what I said.
Because
I
then I have
just-
to stop all my true crime to watch that, which you know I
Yeah.
don't like. So
Yeah.
anyway.
So that. But then there's another show that I think you would enjoy, and it's on the History Channel called Hazardous History.
Ooh, I would
and
love
Henry
that.
Winkler is the host. And I mean, you could tell they just brought him into a studio and said, read these lines, and then
Right.
they made the show around it.
Right.
It's all of these things from over the last hundreds of years, really, that were crazy dangerous at the time. I mean, it's food items we would eat that had red dye number 2. It's things like
Oh.
that had arsenic in them that were being marketed.
I would love this.
It's a great show. It's very, very funny. It talks about just all of these things that commercially were accepted, but they were just so dangerous.
wow,
So
I
dangerous.
would like that.
I think you'd really enjoy that. So that's basically my radar.
Well, I'm watching Furious on Hulu.
What is that?
It's about a female serial killer.
Oh,
And they drop the episodes only once a week, though, which I hate when
you
they
never
do
hear
that.
about a female serial
Yes.
killer.
Well, it's not a true story.
Oh.
It's not true. But it's really, really good because every woman in the show they're showing how women are so much more powerful than men. The way they
Oh.
think, the way they act, the way they do things. It's kind of like making women the heroes of the whole entire thing, whether it's the FBI agent, the police officers, they're the ones that are able to handle things better than men.
Oh,
So
okay.
you gotta love
because
that.
they're chasing this one female
Yeah,
serial
this one
killer.
female serial killer.
So you're not rooting for the serial killer, are you?
No, you're rooting for the women, like the
That are
FBI
chasing her.
agent that are chasing her.
Okay. Who's
Yeah.
in it? Anyone we know?
What's her name? Emily Rossum?
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Shameless.
Yeah, she's the main character.
Okay.
And
She's
don't-
intense.
yeah, she's very intense in this.
Okay.
It's a kind of a weird, I mean,
Uh-huh.
there's some very sexual stuff in it. Let's just say that.
Are you watching that, the Toxic Love Story?
Toxic.
I keep hearing about that. So.
Oh, about yes, I already saw it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I saw the
You don't
Dateline,
even-
the
you can't
48
even keep
hours
track-
on it.
you can't
yeah.
even keep track. You've
Yeah,
seen so
I
many
mean,
of
I've
these
seen
things.
all those. Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to come back and get into our topic about adult kids and toddlers. But before we do that, because this is back to school time, I want to tell you that back to school season is here, and with it comes new schedules, of course, new pressures, and for many students and families, a lot of stress. You
Yeah.
agree with that, right?
Yes.
And the transition for back to school can take a lot of toll on mental health. So Hearts for Minds wants to help you find support that lasts the whole school year. And if you're in our area, North Florida, H4M Connect helps connect you to a mental health provider who fits your family needs. But no matter where you are, heartsforminds.org has a lot of resources. So if you're around here, H4M Connect for finding the right support and making it simple, and heartsforminds.org to get connected and make the school year your healthiest one yet. Okay, so now let's get into it. Let's talk about this. Adult
Okay.
kids. Man, it's rough. And we've talked about this from the perspective of when they're handing you potatoes. You brought to us that theory that, like, your own problems are your potatoes, his problems are his potatoes, her problems. And if they start handing you their potatoes, the next thing you know, you've got this heavy, heavy load.
Right, and they have none.
And they have none.
Right.
And they're just going about their day.
Yeah, having a great life after they just dumped all their potatoes on your lap.
Okay.
And as
so-
a mom, you're like,
Yeah.
what do you mean you've moved on? I haven't moved on.
Right. So you're in it. What are your thoughts on this? Is it more difficult navigating life with adult kids, or
Well, okay, so I did a whole deep dive into this because a lot of social media is talking about this as well. Is it easier to have toddlers or adult children? And it got me thinking, because when you're in the toddler years, you think that is the hardest time. You're tired, you're sleep deprived, you're running around after them, chasing them. But I'd have to say, if I had my thought process, and I don't know what yours is, I think having adult children can be a lot harder than toddlers.
It can be. I think one's more physical
Right.
and one's more
Emotional. Yeah.
And stress, and because when they're a toddler, if they make a bad choice, you're usually right there, or some other adult is right there, and you straighten that out. If when they're an adult and they are in the process of making a bad choice,
Well,
can you say anything? That's a thing. Should you? Do you?
well, that's why I have my list is always, because I always have my list.
I love your list.
So the first one is loss of control. So when you have a toddler, you have all the control, which is why I loved having young kids, because they're in your house.
Yeah.
You have the right to what they're doing, where they're going, who they're seeing. When they're adults, they have to make their own choices, and you have to stand by and watch them make mistakes.
Yes.
That's it. You're just watching it happen in real time, and you're like,
and you, unless you're asked, you really shouldn't.
well, we'll get to that one.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Okay.
So constant heavy worries. You worry about scraped knees and nap times and like little things like that. When they're adults, you worry about heavy long-term problems. These could include mental health, their marriages, their finances, their career choices. See where I'm going with this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if they're doing something as a toddler, you're not looking at them saying, if you keep that up,
Right.
you're going to end up with HPV
Right.
and no job. Versus, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another one. And then this one, which you just talked about, the advice trap. You teach them everything when they're young, and then when they're adults, you must learn when to speak and when to step back. And you're constantly offering advice can damage your relationship. It often makes your adult child feel you're controlling them and rejecting what they want to do. So that's a zip it moment, because you don't want to zip it, because it's almost like you can foresee the future because you have all the knowledge and they don't.
Right.
And so you're like, I just want you not to make the mistakes I have made or I've seen other people make, but you can't.
Yeah. Or sometimes you can see them making, not making the mistake, but exhibiting the same behavior, but in a different form as when they were toddlers. The way they'll dig their heels in and just, live and die by something.
Right.
I really feel like there are foods that my kids would like, but they are just so determined that since they were a toddler, they didn't like them, that they
Right.
were never going to try them again in their life.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I just think that it's
Or have
so
you
much
ever
more malleable
noticed
when they're little.
that when you say it, it's like, you don't understand, you don't know what you're
Oh, yes.
talking about. But if I were to say it to your child, they go, yeah, that's true. I never thought of it that way.
Exactly.
I never thought about it that way. And you're like standing there going, excuse me, hello?
I said that. That's literally what I said.
Right, exactly. The agony of enabling. When they're toddlers, you do things for them because they can't do it for themselves. But when they're adults, helping them too much can actually hurt them. Parents face the daily challenge of deciding when to support them and when to push them to be self-sufficient. And that's a whole nother thing, because you see that a lot nowadays, where you've done it for so long that when they're adults, you keep doing it and they're like, stop doing that. And you're like, what do you mean?
I got a phone call one morning recently from the girl child, my daughter, and she said that her friend that was staying with her from out of town's car wouldn't start. And I said, why are you calling me? We live 25 minutes away. You have a AAA card, and you have your brother that you live with, and you have neighbors, and you have, I almost feel like there was just this immediate expectation that somebody was getting in the car
Yeah, and going to
go
help.
jump this girl's car.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah,
this is where you knock on your neighbor's door,
right.
or you get in your car and you go to Walmart and buy a new battery if that's what you need. But this isn't a mom and dad problem when you're 25.
Right. I agree. And they have to learn these kind of skills if it happens to them.
Sure.
Or they're out somewhere. You have to know what to do in these situations.
Exactly.
I still laugh that a lot of she's 31 now, but they really don't know anything about the United States Postal Service.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that's a crazy
how many
one.
stamps go on? And so where do I put it on? I'm like, am I on Candid Camera somewhere?
Right.
Is this a joke? But when you stop and think, they don't use the mail service. They do it all online banking.
Sure they do.
And so when they do have to use it for something that's non-negotiable, they don't know how to do it. And I'm like, well, go to the UPS store or go to the post. I don't know where a post office is.
Speaking of the UPS store, this is a complete aside, but there's a UPS store near me where these guys, maybe you've been to the one, it's over Jacksonville Beach.
Oh, I go there all the time.
Those guys, they're all have like really
hilarious.
long hair. Some
Love
of them,
'em.
they're purple hair
Yeah.
and everything.
Love 'em.
But they are so great at, they can spot a Gen X or a boomer walking in with an Amazon return a mile away. And they will take your phone right out of your hand.
Right.
Tap, 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 tap. Goodbye. Have a great day. And they just take over. They
Yeah.
just know. They're like, we're young, we're Gen Z, or whatever we are, we're going to handle this for you.
Right. That's what I love. Though,
Let not
about
your
that
heart be
store.
troubled. We have this.
Yes,
They
I
are
love
so,
that.
Yeah, they are
We
just
need
so
more
sweet.
of those where they just go, look, we're not even going to waste our time or your
Yeah, just
time. Just
give it
me
here.
the
Don't
phone.
go to the kiosk.
Right. Just give me
Walk
the phone.
up. Come here, lady.
Yeah,
Get over here.
I
They're-
agree.
They're dolls. All of
And at
them.
FedEx, I don't get that
No.
ever.
But anyway, getting back to the post office.
Emotional exhaustion. When they're toddlers, we all know how tired you get, but it's more physical, like you were saying.
Right.
It's lack of sleep, it's chasing them around. But when they're adults, the exhaustion is emotional
It is.
for us. It's very emotional, and it's hard to watch someone you love struggle without fixing it for them. I
It's
have a very hard
impossible.
time with that. Like I'm working on it, and I've been working on it, but I have a very hard time. Like I know you do too.
Oh, boy, do I.
When you see your child who is devastated or sad, or you want to fix it. And I mean, part of life is having your heart broken. Part of life is not getting the job you wanted, but you want to make it better.
I had a phone call. I hate to pick on her, but the daughter went through a breakup, and I was driving down a street that would end in me either taking a right to go home or a left to go to her house. And as she's crying on the phone to me, and I'm thinking, okay, which circumstance is this? Is this I go to the right and go home, or I go to the left and go to her house? And I went to the left.
I
went
would
to
go
her
to the
house.
left
I
too,
went to
though,
her
if you
house.
want my opinion.
Of course, and that's what I ended up
Yeah.
doing. But I mean, there's those decisions of when is the moment. But if it were a week later, I mean, this was a fresh thing. But a week later, I'm going to the right because now it's time to start bringing in the
Right.
girl support group.
Right,
And,
right.
going to the Pilates class and
Yes.
doing all of the things to start, resetting the mind, or get in your car and come over to me.
Right. Yeah, I
But
agree with that.
There's a point where it's like every day is a decision when it's adult kids. Whereas if it were a toddler scenario, you don't even have to think twice about how involved do I need to get here. And I think that's one of the biggest differences is you don't have to stress your mind out about how much help to give.
Yeah.
It's the clarity of when it's a toddler
Yep.
is at least refreshing. You know it's time to get over there and take that thing that's going to
Right.
cut his hand or what.
choke,
you know
but they-
what's
something they're
you know
choking.
to do it
Yeah.
versus do I do it? Do I not do it?
Right. Well, I knew we were doing this episode, so I'm in my closet day before yesterday. I can't hear anything, by the way. I know I'm getting old. I've accepted it. Maybe it's the years of being a flight attendant, going to concerts, whatever. The hearing's going a little bit, or I have selective hearing, either one. And I'm in my closet, and I swear this is how loud it was. Mom, I went running out of my closet. Sarah was standing right there in the kitchen. And I said, honey, I can't hear anything, but I hear a little Mom. I come running out. I go, now I have to figure out why that is.
Yeah. It's burned into you.
You hear a mom, and I don't care where you are.
Did your milk let out?
Oh my God. I was like, I got to figure this out. I can't hear when this is happening or my husband's talking to me. I hear a mom, not even like Mom. It's Mom. in that higher
That's so,
pitch.
I mean, that's so crazy.
And I thought, there you go.
That's right, because she's staying with you for a little bit.
No, not yet.
Not
That's
yet?
October 1st.
I wonder if
for
you'll
a
get
month.
more immune to the mom then.
I don't
it's because
know.
I don't know.
Even when my older daughter was in the other weekend with my grandkids and her husband, if I hear a mom,
yeah.
I mean, I'll like, what, honey? What's going on? What do you
Uh-huh.
need? It's that word. I
Yeah.
mean, even if I'm out and my kids aren't even with me and I hear some other child yell, Mom, I turn around like it's my kids.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, so I think that's part of this when you're a mom versus a dad. Like you and I have talked about
Mm-hmm.
the difference between us and our husbands when it comes to the kids.
It's
Night
it's
and
night and day. So I do want to say this, though. I mean, I can hear a mom in the house, anything like that. But if I'm in, say, Target or Walmart or wherever, Publix, shopping, whatever, if I hear a kid crying, years ago when my kids were little, my shoulders would immediately hunch up around my
Yeah.
ears. Now, though, I can tune it out because it's not part of my life. There's no reflex that I have to take. There's no action involved for me because I don't have grandkids yet.
Yeah.
So I can tune it out. But I do very distinctly remember like how quickly my neck muscles and my shoulders would go to my ears, just feeling that stress from my head to my toe, just hearing
yeah.
any kind of temper tantrum, anything.
Yeah, well, one of my kids was colicky, so I was the same way. I was so over crying after a certain point. I'm like, if I even hear a kid crying, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, I got to get out of here.
gotta get out of the
crying
store.
just triggered like colic.
Exactly.
But I think we're on the same page about this one.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think so too. And I think it could be just that that's where we both are right now. And if you would go back to me 20 years ago, maybe I wouldn't think that if I had the experience. I feel like because you do have a toddler grandson, you can speak to it a little bit better. But I think whatever stage you're in as a mother or as a grandmother or as an aunt or as a best friend or whatever, I think that that's going to feel the most difficult because hindsight is always 20/20. But truly, adult kids are no walk in the park unless you are really good at boundaries.
Exhausting.
I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
No.
But it can be a lot. I mean,
Well, and I think, and I know you have a son. I just had 2 daughters.
yeah.
But I think also when you have girls versus boys, because I see a lot of boy moms with adult sons, it's not the same.
You know, you're not wrong because they'll ghost you. A son will ghost you.
Right. Especially like I had 2 brothers. They don't sit and talk about their feelings.
No.
They don't want their moms involved if their heart's been broken.
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
didn't even know he had a girlfriend. I didn't know they broke up. And now he had another girlfriend. I didn't know about that.
That's right.
Now
I mean,
it's
they
all
don't-
now I'm all in the business. I'm allowed to ask and everything.
Right.
But there was a long period of time where I was even saying to him, listen, by the way, you know, if so-and-so's son is gay and there is nothing wrong with that and that is fine. And like, I just was telling her how much I would love any of my kids. Just saying, he's like, Mom, do you think I'm gay? I'm like, well, you never tell me anything. So I don't know. I want you to know though, that if you were, I have no reason to think you are or
He
not.
must have been like,
He was like, what is going on here? I said, all I'm saying is I have no information to go on.
all
so
my friends though with sons say the same
you get
thing.
nothing.
Nothing.
You get
even
nothing.
even when they're married and they have kids, they get nothing. They
Yeah.
get ghosted, they get no call. I mean, it's just a guy. Whereas girls, forget about it. They're embedded into your life no matter what. They could be married, have kids, have no kids, just be in a relationship, whatever it is. I hear everything.
Oh, if my son calls me, I get the kind of tingly excitement that I used to get if a boy I'd met at a bar that I gave my number to didn't call me for 2 weeks and then suddenly called me. And I'm like, hello. You know,
Right.
just because it's
or
so
you think
like I'm
someone
so
died.
well, yeah.
Or
someone's
that.
got a dead battery.
Right. Or a dead battery. I love that.
All right, so we're going to take not a pause, but just a little moment of revising where we're going. Just so I want to get some business out of the way. I mentioned earlier that you can see us on video on Spotify. So we have done some stuff where we switched platforms and host
Yep.
and blah, 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 blah. So sometimes you used to hear like a commercial inserted here. You may or may not hear one eventually. I don't know what's going to happen. We're just kind of playing around with some different things. So we always appreciate you giving us grace as two Gen Xers that are just navigating the technology of it all. So having said that, let's switch it up and go to our organizing tip of the day.
Well, since we're going back to college, back to school, whatever you want to call it, I think we need to talk about the empty nest.
I think we should.
I mean, every year we talk about it because it's important.
It is,
I
and it can
mean,
mean so much to so many people.
When you're going through
When
it,
you're going through it.
you're absolutely beside yourself. I mean, especially when it's the first one that leaves.
Yep.
So,
And the nest isn't even all the way empty and you're still mourning.
exactly. It doesn't matter if you still have one at home. And then when the other one leaves, the last one, I mean, so we always have to bring this up every year. So I hope you
Yeah.
guys don't get sick of it. But I'm going to talk about what to do once they're gone and how to kind of reclaim your spaces. And I'm not saying go in their room and throw everything out and make it your own. I'm saying how can you multi-purpose a space? Because if you're leaving their bedroom empty for the whole year and they only come home, especially boys, they'll come home like once a year and that'll be it. You want to be able to figure out how can you make that space work for you too, so that you're not just having this room or a shrine, I always like to call it. It's like a shrine.
Yep.
Multi-purpose space. So in my opinion, once they're gone, kind of box up all that memorabilia. If they have all that memorabilia laying around, box it up, label it, store it in a closet, and really look at the space on, do you want to start doing art? Do you want to start doing needlepoint and you want a whole arts and crafts area? Whatever it is that you want to do you want to start working from home and now you have the space to do it? Creating a space that's multi-purpose by cleaning out their room, and you'll never know what you find in those rooms because I have cleaned out for my clients a lot of those rooms, and it is interesting. Let's just say that.
Ah, yes. What about the fully built Lego that I have at my house still?
Which cracks me up, by the way. I see a lot of those, just so you know. You're not alone. I see a lot of the fully built Legos, and the kids are like 29, and the parents still have them. So I always say donate those to like the Ronald McDonald House or a children's hospital near you because they will love something
They would love
like
to get that.
They would love to get that. But really, I mean, it's not even something I feel sometimes you need to discuss with the child who's left because this is your house and your space. And yes, you'll always have a room for them or a bed at least, so they can come home if they want to come home. But a lot of people don't have the luxury of still having a space for themselves. And, some women want to have it as an extra closet. Some women want to have it as a makeup area, whatever it is, really looking at the spaces now that the kids are gone and creating what works for you. So that's my tip this week.
That's a great organizational tip.
Thanks.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, if you could do things like leave us a comment, which now that I've really explored the whole Spotify universe and everything, there are a lot of ways you can do reviews and comments and share episodes and things like that. And we are still on everything else. We're on Apple. We are on YouTube. And we do post the videos to YouTube as well. I don't want to make it seem like the only place to see us is Spotify. But right now, that is for sure, that's how we're uploading them.
And by the way, I just got Spotify. No laughing over there. I just got it. I've been a Pandora girl. I know you can all make fun of me. And my daughter said, "Oh, you have to try Spotify," and I did, and I switched over.
Yeah,
so
look at you.
I mean,
look
I still
at you.
don't. By the way, I
iPad.
still don't get it, just so you know. But I get it enough to where I can listen to my music.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, good. Okay, everybody. We love hearing from you. Please do join us on Facebook. We have a regular Facebook page that everybody can see, and then we have the private one that only our ladies can be a part of, and you can certainly apply to join that. And it's called Ladies Only, Uncluttered and Unfiltered. And we will see you next time. Until then, remember the giant Empire Strikes Back Harry Potter World Lego. You can let it go.
And don't look back.